In this quick video, I'm just going to show you how to quickly import several files into Photoshop, put them all into one file, and create a quick montage. And it works very, very well. But I've downloaded 4 files from unsplash.com, and I want to bring them all into one file. I don't want to open them all up and then sort of manually move them around. So under the File menu, I'm going to go down to Scripts and Load Files into Stack. Click on that and click on Browse. And if I click on the Use, I could use a folder, but I'm going to go to Files, and there's nothing open at the moment. So I could do the same thing, and you can see it says Add Open Files, but they're grayed out. So I'll click on Browse, and here they are. I'll just select them all and open. Now, I'm not worried about the names or anything else like that. You could also, which is quite useful, attempt to automatically align source images, and you can create a smart object after loading layers, which I do not want to do. But for other examples, it may be useful. So I'll just do OK. And as you can see, we've got 4 layers on the right-hand side. And you can also see if I hide them, they're not all aligned properly. Let's zoom out a little bit, but I'm not really fussed. I'm going to resize them in a minute. So let's start from the top. I'll do Command or Control T, and as I drag it out, you can see it's not keeping perspective, or the aspect ratio correct. And I'm not fussed about that, so I just want to snap it. And in the top left-hand corner where you've got W and H, we've got the chain, and that's off. The chain means keep the same width and height. I'll press Return. Hide that one, go to the next one. That's fine. Hide that one, go to the next one. Command or Control T. Oh, right. So here, watch out. I haven't selected the layer. I've just made it visible. So I've got to click on the layer. Command or Control T, there you go. Bang. Oh, I'm off a little bit. I mean, not that I'm fussed, but let's bring it back. Return. And hide that. Click on the next one. There you go. Make sure it's highlighted. Yep, fine. Command or Control T. Oh, I've got 2 selected there. Watch out. Again, Command or Control T. There we go. Boom. Thank you very much. And let's make them all visible. And I just clicked and drag. In Photoshop, if you click and hold the mouse and drag down, it's enough to toggle the eye or whatever you're selecting. And I'll just click and drag again. And there we go. I'll click on the top, make sure I'm on the top layer. I'm not going to worry about saving, but I should save this, of course. And you save this as a Photoshop file. Now, I want to create a montage. So a montage is basically, cut up pieces at the end of the day. So how can I cut this up? Well, the easiest thing, of course, is to do a layer mask. I don't want to do destructive editing. I mean, I could use the eraser or the rubber tool and rub it out, but that's a permanent change. So I'm on the top layer, go down to the bottom, click on the little sort of camera icon, third from the left. Boom. White means show everything, black means block. So what I'm going to do is I'll press M for marquee. There it is, and make sure we're on the rectangular marquee, but at the end of the day, you can choose whatever you like. And I'm going to do approximately like a third-ish. There you go. Now, what I could have also done, so I'll do this in a second, but what I could have also done is if I undo that and undo again, so there's no layer mask. If I drag out a selection first and then go to the bottom of the layers panel and click on the camera icon, it creates the mask for me. I didn't do that. So let's go back. Here we go. So let's do this approximate. Oh no, I want to do that. Let's bring the mask back. So when you have a layer mask and you've got a selection, oh, wrong one, because I pressed M again. Let's try again. There you go. So there we go. Now I'm going to press D on the keyboard, D for default, which is black and white, and I need to fill it with either black or white, depending on whether it's the foreground or background. At the moment, black is the background. So if I just press backspace or delete, boom, you can see in the layer masks, black is on the left, white is on the right. I actually want it the other way around. In other words, I don't just want the black strip to be white, I want the white part to be black. And that's very straightforward. I'm on the layer mask, you can see the little border around it. Just Command or Control I, boom. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that's because it wasn't all selected. So click off, Command A, Command or Control I. There you go. And now we have one strip. Alt or Option and clicking on the eye shows that layer, hides all the others. So I'll click on the next one. And in this case now, I'll be a bit quicker, click off, and I'm going to overlap because it doesn't matter. And I'm going to choose again approximately something like that. And then click on the camera icon, boom. And that's what I want, you see. Then click on the next one. And I'm going to do something different because I've got 4 now. So again, I'm overlapping slightly, and let's do about half. Camera icon, boom. And then, now it can be a bit difficult to see where we are. So I'm going to guess. Again, I'm going to overlap because it doesn't matter. And bang. So let's see what we've got. So we've got that one, that one, that one, and this one is a bit difficult to see, but let's bring all the others back. So we have 4 sections. This is my montage. V key to go back to the move tool. And of course, I can then play around with each one as an effect. So what I want to do is I want to apply a filter or an adjustment. Let's do a filter first, but I need to make it a smart object. And it does it automatically. I'm in Photoshop 2026, by the way. So filter, and I'm going to go to pixelate, for example, and let's do pointillize. And now I'm on the wrong. Is it doing it? Let's have a look. Do OK. There you go. It just didn't do a preview. But we have a problem. So let's undo that because it doesn't see this as a proper Photoshop file. So right mouse click on the layer name. Go down to, where is it? We want convert to smart object. This protects the layer. So I'll go back to filter, pointillize again. Thank you very much. It remembers from the last time. Let's make it a bit smaller, and do OK. Boom. And the points are too big. So here it is under the layer. Double click again, and I'm going to make them even smaller. There we go. And do OK. There you go. And that's the point of doing it as a smart object. So all the filters can be applied non-destructively. I can still double click on the thumbnail. It opens it up and it goes to the strip rather than the whole structure. So I can still go in here and play around with it, but I'll close that down. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to save anything. And the original files, by the way, are still on my hard disk. So I've imported them into a new file. So I'll just have to make sure to save this as a PSD document, and the 4 images I'm using will still be there. So I've still got the originals. Never edit the original files. Let's do the last one. Right mouse click, convert to smart object, and let's go. Let's do another filter, and let's do stylize, and let's try oil paint, for example. And let's tick on preview. It's a bit difficult to see, but it is making a difference. Let's increase the scale. There you go. You can see, there you go. You can see it is making a difference. I'm not worried about the angles, whatever, do OK. And so on and so forth. Also, let's click on the middle one. I want to add an adjustment, maybe a brightness or a color adjustment. Go to the yin yang button at the bottom, half black, half white circle, click on it. And let's say we're going to do a levels for the sake of argument. Now, if I change it, you can see here are the properties on the right. And let's really play around with it. If you notice, 3 images change. That's all the layers below, and I don't want that. I only want this adjustment layer to work with the immediate layer below, and that's very straightforward to do. We clip it, and we do that, hold down Alt Option, and when we move the cursor with the Alt Option key held down between the 2 layers, we get this down arrow, click on that, and now this will only affect the immediate layer below. You see, when I move that around, it only changes that one. And I can play around with this as many times as I like, duplicate the layers. Do not forget, of course, the more layers you duplicate, the bigger the file size, etc., etc. But it means I have a non-destructive workflow. I can undo, I can come back tomorrow, next week, next month and change it. And I've still got the original files to play around with. But that's how you create a montage in Photoshop.